Hey everyone, what's up? This is Apollyon back with Diablo Immortal. I hope you're all doing good, having a great day. If you are a new player to the game or a returning player for Season 5 and trying to figure out what is the current meta for the speed farming for the wizard open world, doing bounties or just open world farm, we got some builds here for you guys currently that I am running. I will let you guys see how these builds works before I go into the detail. So currently I am running Ash World Cemetery. This is a really good spot for farming, and what you know, we have an ancient spawn right there as well. But you guys can see I have a really nice kill streak going with these builds as well. A lot of mobility, and we have really nice damage as well. Let's get this ancient, and then I will go and show you guys some other details here as well about the build. No legendary drop, but yeah. Alright, so we are done here. I will be going back to the camp. I am going to keep this video raw, not fancy, no fancy editing here and there, so you guys can see how to run with these builds. Alright, so now we are back in the town. The first few things I'm going to talk about is the family bonus. Let's start with the family bonus here. Alright, so if you guys don't know what the family bonus is, we need to go to the blacksmith here, services, and then we need to go to the upgrade tab here. And you can see if we click on our pieces here, it says rank 17, and we have 3 attributes here from the same family here, that is wildfire family. And once we have 3 attributes from the same family, that is wildfire, it gives us a family bonus. But in my opinion, the family bonus are not all that great. They are actually really bad, so we don't need to worry about that. But there are some attributes that I'm going to recommend you as a wizard overall, what you need to focus on. The first thing that you need is a skill damage. As a wizard, we are using skills a lot, so skill damage is going to be good. And then you need to have that critical hit damage increase. This is going to help as well. And as for the third attribute, now you can go with damage done to enemies below 30% life increase by dash percentage, or you can go with something like, if we go here to the reforge and click on the family bonuses and see jolt set here, you can see duration of beneficial effects increase by 1.5 to 3%. Now this is going to be really good option as well if you don't want to go with the damage done to enemies below 30% life increase. I went with this because I'm not using a bottled hope 5-star gem, and so I went with this. But if I had a bottled hope 5-star gem, I would be using the duration increase for all my beneficial effects. That would increase the duration of my bottled hope gem, and that would be much better compared to this. So this is what I would recommend: skill damage, critical damage, beneficial effect, duration increase if you have a bottled hope, or if you don't have that, then damage done to enemies below 30% life increase by 4%. This is going to be good versus elite bosses, raid bosses, and guardians in the challenge rift. This is going to help you. And now this is out of the way, let's talk about the set items. Alright, so for the set items, you would need 4 pieces of Grace of the Flagellant. This set is one of the best for the wizard. The first 2-piece bonus is going to give you flat 15% damage, or continual damage, channel damage, and persistent ground damage increased by 15%. And we have all that in our build. So this is going to be a flat 15% damage increase. And then 4-piece bonus: each time you damage an individual enemy 5 times, you will do 4658 additional damage to that enemy. And now that damage number is going to be different for each player. It depends on how much base damage you have and how much resilience you have. So for me, it's 4658. but for you it is going to be lower or higher depending on your base damage and resonance. But this is one of the best 4-piece bonus for the wizard right now inside the game. It will proc a lot with the builds that we are using, and you will end up dealing a lot more damage. And so 4 pieces of Grace of the Flagrant is what is going to be must with these builds. And as for other 2 pieces, now you can go with Ishitar set here. Each time you defeat an enemy, you gain 30% increased movement speed for 2 seconds. This is going to be good for speed farming as well. Will allow you to move much faster. Always good to have more movement speed when we are doing some open world farming. But if you don't need this, then you can go with something like Vitus Urge here. Increase the duration of all beneficial effects on you or your party members by 30%. This is going to be really good, especially if you are using a bottled hop. So you can go with 2 pieces of this. It is going to increase the duration of your bottled hop. That gives you damage and movement speed, so you don't need the Ishitar 2 pieces. You can just go with the Vitus Urge instead. Get that damage and movement speed, and Bottle Hop will most likely last for 8-9 seconds if you will be going with all the beneficial durations. Even can hit maybe 10 seconds if you go crazy on the beneficial effects on you. So yeah, this is what I'm going to recommend. 4 pieces of Grace, 2 pieces of Vitus if you have a Bottled Hop, or 2 pieces of Ishitar here if you need more movement speed. So now that is out of the way, let's talk about the normal gems here. As for the normal gems, the most important one is going to be the red gems, and for the red sockets, I would recommend going with the damage gems, the one that give you the damage tourmaline. This is going to be basically good for all the damage classes. Just stack up as much damage you can. And as for the blue gem sockets, you can go with like 1 armor, and rest of your blue sockets you can go with the armor penetration. And as for the yellow one, you can balance them out with resistance and potency, and that is how I am trying to build my wizard. My sockets are extremely bad right now. I wish I had more, but this is what I have. So now this is out of the way, let's talk about the legendary gems, which gems are going to be must for these builds. So first off, Sleeping Bile is going to be pretty much must for this because it gives you nice damage, and it also gives you some dot hits that is going to proc the 4 pieces of Grace of the Flagrant a lot more. So Sleeping Bile or Everlasting, if you can get both. If you are some small mid spender, you can get the Everlasting and Sleeping Bile, and you will be dealing a lot of dot hits, and 4 pieces Grace is going to trigger a lot. And then again, a really good gem here, pretty much must for each class. Bloodsoaked Jade, increase your movement speed and base damage. Really good gem. And other than that, I will only recommend you having a bottled hop if you are a spender. Not a free play, but a spender. Then running a bottled hop with these builds are going to be good. I myself don't have it. Other than that, Frozen Heart might be good as well if you're looking for some more defense. So yeah, these are the gems I would recommend. Everything else you can customize by yourself however you like. And now let's take a quick look at what pieces I am using here. I will let you guys see the name of the legendary pieces, and then I will go into the skill tab and explain the modification that we have on those skills. Alright, now I will be talking about the skills and the modification for these builds. So first skill is going to be a Lightning Nova, and the modification that we need for this skill is going to be a chest piece that turns the skill into a ball of fire, dealing 5728 damage and an additional damage 2444 burning damage over 2 seconds. We are going to use this, and it will help us get some more dot his as well, and it will trigger more of that 4-piece Curse of the Flagellant. And second modification will be coming from a offhand weapon. Casting Lightning Nova now temporarily increase your movement speed by 60% for 2 seconds. So these are the two modifications that we will be running with a Lightning Nova. The second skill is going to be a plain teleport. No modifications are needed for open world farming, and then we will be running a Scorch here, and the only modification we are using for the Scorch is coming from a headpiece, legendary headpiece, turning the skill into a ball of magma that is going to stun your enemies and deal damage over next 6 seconds. This is going to be again really good. It is a ground damage, so it will deal some dot hits and you will do more 15% more damage since it's a ground damage. And the last skill is going to be Disintegrate. This is pretty much must skill for all the wizard builds right now. First modification is going to be coming from the shoulder piece, turning the beam into a flaming beam, fire beam, and then the second modification will be coming from a leg piece. Disintegrate channel up to 3 additional beams at nearby enemies. This is going to be again really good, gives you some more dot hits and you will end up dealing more damage. And then the third modification is going to be from a main hand, increasing your disintegrate damage by 10%, and then we have 2% damage increase from the charm. So these are the modification and the skills we will be using for the speed farming open world for the season 5, and currently this is the fastest build for the speed farming for the wizards inside the game. I hope you guys like this video. I'm signing off. I'll see you guys later with something else. Till then, have fun and take care.